Right, so tonight's topic is really a very important topic. I'm going to take these earphones of mine off. They're irritating my ears now. So we're going to be talking about fat versus muscle. And this is something that most people get wrong. And the problem is that people don't realize what they're actually doing to their bodies. So when people say to me they're actually using a fat burner or they're drinking a tablet or whatever to lose weight, I want to actually like literally die, because they don't have any idea what they're really doing to their bodies. And that is why I want to actually show you tonight how important it is to actually understand this topic. Because whether you're on a weight gain program, whether you're on a weight loss program, you're going to either want to build muscle or you still want to retain lean muscle. But either way, we don't want fat, right? So we want to get rid of the fat, but we still want muscle. So I'm going to just quickly share my screen here. Thumbs up if you can see it. Great. Okay, so fat versus muscle. Fat and muscle really weigh the same. They weigh exactly the same. But when people are on a weight loss program or a weight gain program, they start having an obsession about the scale. And this just happened. You know, people look at the scale every second, third day thinking, oh, I haven't lost anything. Oh, yes, I lost 3 kilos in the first 2 days. And now suddenly I'm losing nothing or whatever. So they just keep looking at that number on the scale. The question is the scale really a true indicator of your weight loss or weight gain journey? If you're losing many kilos on a scale, is this good or is it bad? You know, I mean, obviously, if you're like really overweight and you see 5 kilos down, you're going to think, oh, this is marvelous. The duration depends, but we're going to talk about that. So if you're staying in the same weight on the scale, is this a good or bad thing? So the scale's not moving. Is it good or is it a bad thing? And what does our weight really consist of? That we need to understand. How do we know if we are reaching our goal in a healthy way? So these are all the questions that people normally ask. But are you obsessed with weighing yourself? Because if you're one of those people that are obsessed with weighing yourself, please stop. Because weighing yourself only messes up your mind. The scale is not a true indication of what's really going on in your body, because your entire body weight is made up of fat, water, bones, muscles, and of course organs. But your body consists of all these things. So let us understand better. Let's look at the 3 main things: your water, your bones, and your fat. All right. If we look at water weight, your water weight consists of 50 to 60% of your body weight. And your water level can make your weight fluctuate to up to 0.5 kilo. Your weight fluctuation can be caused by your water weight. So one day you get onto the scale, it's up. The next day you get on, it's down. This morning you weigh, it's different. Tonight you weigh, it's different. And this is due to sometimes your water weight that is different in your body. But 50 to 60% of your body weight consists of water. Let's look at bone weight. Your weight loss can be bone loss as well. So losing weight on the scale very quickly is not a good indication, because this could actually be bone loss and not fat. By only cutting calories and exercising, you're depriving your body from the correct nutrients, and you're getting bone loss instead of fat loss, showing on the scale, but then it's bad loss and not good loss. Now, an average female's bones is about 2.5 kilograms. That's the average female. The average male's bones is about 3.2 kilograms. So my question to you is, have you ever heard people say, I'm big boned? I've got a big bone structure. And that is why I've got this, overweight, I'm big because I've got a big bone structure. Well, that is the biggest load of nonsense, because an average female is 2.5 kilograms. and an average male is 3.2 kilograms. So my question to you is, have you ever seen a fat skeleton? Have you ever seen a broader coffin? They're all the same. Because when we really look at the skeleton, the bones weighs exactly the same as somebody that's got a lot of fat around it. If we look at fat loss, if you exercise, but you don't consume enough calories, then the excess fat in your body is turned into energy and it feeds your cells, thus depleting your fat storage, which leads to fat loss. So your body doesn't know when it's going to get food again. So what it does, it starts saving what it can to give your body some energy, and then you actually don't lose the weight that you want to lose. So if you're comparing fat to muscle mass, if you look at this scale and you put 1 kilograms of fat on a scale and 1 kilograms of muscle on a scale, they weigh the same, but muscle takes 40% less space in your body. And that is why when you start losing the correct thing, which is fat instead of muscle, your body composition will change. So what our body needs is, our body really needs sufficient nutrition, balanced nutrition, good nutrients, enough fiber, enough vegetables, and it also needs exercise to promote good bone health. Cutting calories and no exercise, if you're cutting calories and not exercising, you can impact your bones in 2 ways. Number one, you're depriving your body from nutrients needed, example, calcium, vitamins, many others. Number two, by not exercising, you are also not promoting bone health at all. So muscle mass with no exercise, your muscle will not grow and it will start to decrease in size. This leads to a loss in muscle mass, and muscle mass leads to a loss of bone density, causing weak, brittle bones, which leads to osteoporosis. Now, if you think only old people can get osteoporosis, you're completely wrong. It starts at a young age from 30, where you actually start getting brittle bones because of bad nutrition. So the quicker you sort out your nutrition, the quicker you can actually build stronger, better bones. And your body is capable of improving your bone density just by changing your nutrition. So here's a scary picture. This is strong bones versus weak bones. In other words, normal bone structure versus osteoporosis. Now you can see that the normal bones is more dense, whereas the osteoporosis starts forming holes. And when these holes form, the bones start getting so brittle that they break. So a lot of people that have hip operations, or older people that's hip breaks or whatever, it's not because they fell or because they tripped. Most people say, oh, I think I stepped funny or I tripped. It's not because of that. The reason being is because their bones have become brittle over the years, and now it has gone weaker and their bones just break. That's what happens. So this is the same person that you're looking at over a time period. If you look at this person here, 56 kilograms, that is what she looked like with some fat on her body. 60 kilograms, this is what she looked like with less fat on the body, but more muscle. 62.5 kilograms. This is what she looked like with even less fat, but even more muscle, toned muscle. Same person, different weight, different body composition. So would you want to, if you had a look at this picture, would you want to rather weigh 56 or would you want to weigh 62.5? I'm sure you're all saying 62.5 because it's giving a better body composition. So this is exactly what happens when you start losing the fat on your body and you start creating muscle instead. So how can you burn fat all day long? healthy muscle mass, and healthy metabolism. That's it. If you've got a healthy metabolism, you're eating regularly, you're having your meals, you're having your snacks, you're having enough water, you're speeding up your metabolism, and you will be burning fat even at rest. Even while you sleep, you will be burning fat. Why? Because you've got enough protein in your body, you've got enough nutrition in your body. So even at rest, you can be burning fat. So a car with a big engine, like a 4x4, uses more fuel than a Mini Cooper. So if you've got a body that's a bit bigger than somebody else, it means that you're going to need more calories, more nutrition to fuel that body. When the body starts getting smaller, it starts using less calories, less nutrition. So when you have healthy muscle mass, you burn more calories at rest, and your car cannot work without fuel. So your body will break down when it doesn't get all the nutrition in perfect balance. So you're going to be working out like a mad thing, but yet you're still not going to be burning if you're not having the right nutrition. So nutrition is so vital because you can never out-train a good diet. It all starts with good nutrition. So if we look at fat versus muscle under the skin, so imagine you're looking at your body under the skin. If you look at 65 kilograms, a person of 65 kilograms, you've got 40% body weight on this picture and 25% body weight on that picture. So if you basically if you want to lose weight, what you don't want to do is, sorry, just go back to that picture. If you want to lose weight, you do not want to deplete yourself. You do not want to deprive yourself of good nutrition, because what's going to happen is that you're not going to lose the fat on the outside. So somebody that's overweight, that's got the same kilograms, could be, for instance, have a lot of fat on the outside, but little muscle. And when you start eating correctly, getting the right nutrition, the fat starts decreasing and the muscle starts increasing. But does the weight change? No, it doesn't, because the composition changes, but not the weight. So you understand that. And that is extremely important to understand. So you need to reduce your body fat, for example, 25%. And this picture is the same weight with different body compositions, where this one was 40% body weight. Okay. So this you really need to understand clearly. Then, if you have a look at these two people, now, basically, you've got, let me just quickly do something here. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, so if you look at these two people, you've got people that weigh, this guy weighs exactly the same. They weigh the same, they're the same length. You know, their height is the same. So same BMI, which means body mass index. So their height's the same, their weight is the same, but yet what's different? Their body composition is different. So you can be somebody that has exactly the same BMI, but has a different body composition. So one that's got more fat will be obese, and one that's got less fat will be healthy. But their BMI will be the same. So going on just one's BMI cannot say whether somebody is obese or not, because somebody can have exactly the same BMI, but the one can be overweight and the other one can be have muscle. The same with this one. They can be exactly the same weight, the same BMI, but the one has got fat on her body and the other one has got muscle. So what is better, being less on the scale or smaller in the mirror? So if I were you, I would not concentrate on purchasing a scale, but rather a full-length mirror. So when you go to a friend's house and they haven't seen you for a long time and you've really lost a lot of weight and you look so amazing, nobody's going to ask you what you weigh. People are going to say, you look amazing. You look so different. You look really great. Now, that's exactly the story that the mirror is going to tell you. So I want you to, instead of focusing on the scale, focus on the shape in the mirror. Focus on the clothes that are getting bigger for you. Because when your body composition changes, that is when people start noticing the change in you. Nobody's going to say, hey, what do you weigh? They're going to say, you look amazing. So weight management, loss or gain, it doesn't matter. It's all about the centimeters. And that is why it's so important to take your centimeters. So now what you need to know is that your centimeter loss will all add up to a huge centimeter loss. So whether you're gaining weight, you want to obviously then see those muscles grow, or whether you're losing weight, you still need to do physical activity and exercise, plus a healthy diet with good nutrition. And that is basically it. That is how important fat versus muscle is. So the next time you start depriving yourself of food, just think about this. Your body doesn't know whether it is in starvation mode, whether it is in running mode, in whatever mode. So it says to your body, I don't know if a lion is actually chasing this person because they're running or they're going full speed, but they haven't got nutrition. So it's like expecting your car to drive without petrol. So what happens is your body starts storing your fat, using it up for energy, and you don't lose your fat. But if you're going to spread your meals over during the day with your 3 main meals and your 2 snacks at 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock, you will be changing your metabolism, and it will start burning fat. And even while you sleep, you will start burning. So does this make sense? Did you enjoy that? Questions?
It makes a lot of sense, especially that because I was asking myself that I do exercise at times, but I don't lose weight. Sometimes I do instead. Yeah. So I think it's mainly because of bad nutrition. Yes. Because I've been exercising for quite some time, but I don't see losing any weight, you know.
And that's why you can go to the gym and you can see the same people for week after week after week after week, and nothing's changing for them. They're working out like crazy, but their body's not changing. Until they start changing their nutrition, that's when things will change for them.
So we must do both. Exercise plus nutrition.
Absolutely. Exercise and nutrition. And then remember, I've been drilling you people to drink water. Can you see how important water is? Because your body's half water. So if you're not having enough water, it also can't feed your muscle, and your muscle needs it. So it's literally, I see this on the Tanita scanner. And I don't know if any of you have ever been on my Tanita scanner. I think you have, Salome. I think you have. But anyway, it basically tells you exactly how much water you've got, how much visual fat you've got, how much fat you've got. Now, that type of scale is a different scale. It's not just looking at your weight. It's looking at your entire body composition. And that is good to know. But the big thing is, you will see a big difference in the mirror just by doing the right thing. So you don't want to lose 5 kilos, for instance, in a week. It sounds just too unrealistic. What you really want to do is you want to lose 20, 30 centimeters over a period of time. Because if you take an inch tape and you actually measure yourself when you started, and next Monday when people have to measure again, you're going to see some centimeter loss, and that is what you want to see. You don't need to worry about the scale. So what I want every single one of you to do is never to weigh yourself basically until you have to weigh every Monday. But it's not about the weight that I'm concerned. If your centimeter didn't come down much and your weight came down too much, you're losing muscle. And that is what you need to understand. What I want to see is that your centimeter comes down and your weight comes down gradually, because I want your muscle to stay, to grow. So that's basically it. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I don't know if you've got any other questions before we end. You're welcome to quickly ask.
No, thank you. I've got no questions from my side.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you so much.
And you, Sarah, no? And Salome, any questions?
I'm all good, thank you.
Okay. So go and do those exercises. Even if you're in the shower and you do some exercises before your shower, do something. Something is better than nothing. Just don't quit and don't stop giving yourself the right nutrition, because it's very bad for your body, as you have seen. Anyway, have a good evening. We'll chat further on the groups. Let us see your dinners. Take a photo, post your photos of your dinners. I'd like to see it. And let's keep going. Tomorrow is day 4. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.